Hey everyone, Evil Twin X, welcome back to my channel. Back at my dad's place, 62 Ford, right behind us. What a great way to spend Father's Day weekend. Here's my old man. Hi! Yeah, do a little father-son project. See what we can do with this puppy. There's the old 292 engine. A few weeks ago, I had my dad pour 50-50 mixture of ATF and diesel fuel down the carburetor throat to really soak everything and fill up the cylinders. And then he poured the remainder down the oil fill up. I'm just soaking everything. I'm doing looby-dooby up the wazooby here. So let me pull the spark plugs. Hopefully nothing comes out, because that means all the oil drained through, which means then I'll give it a shot on the crank to see if we can free it up. If not, we'll go to plan B. So let me pull those spark plugs. Spark plugs are not easy to get to. Well, that's a good sign. This was cylinder 1, and this spark plug was hard to get out originally. And I think, and it had a bit of rust, so I think this spark plug was one of the ones that were that was seized, so nothing came out. So I'm gonna pull the rest. I think 1 and 8 were the worst. So let me do the driver's side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll do the passenger side. All right, so here's the spark plugs, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 was the worst. You can see that originally it had a lot of rust on it, but the other ones are all pretty decent. Well, that one has a little bit of rust, but the good news is nothing poured out of the cylinders, so I'm taking that as a good sign. Let me get onto the passenger side. Pull the dipstick just to see, and it's hard to tell in the camera, but here's the full mark, but it's wet all the way up here, so that means a lot of what my dad poured in went through and is down in the crankcase, which I'm going to take that as a good sign. So let me finish pulling the spark plugs, and we'll try to crank on it to see if anything freed up. Oh,
This side.
yeah. Fluid just poured out of the number 5 cylinder. Not good. Not good. Pouring out of number 6. Yeah. Nothing out of 7. Nothing out of 8. 5 was a crusty spark plug. 6 didn't look too bad. And 7 and 8, but I also remember 8 being stuck, but it doesn't look bad. Now, I've had these out before, I'm just showing you guys again. So unfortunately, fluid poured out of cylinder 5 and 6. Hey, Dad?
Yeah.
Want to make sure it's in neutral? Make sure it's in neutral. Doesn't matter which way I try. Oh,
I hear something.
yeah, I don't know if I'm tightening the bolt.
No, that would be loosening.
Yeah. I meant loosening, right? If you go this way, you're loosening it?
Counterclockwise. Yeah, that's the bolt moving. Might snap that.
Plan B. I brought my bore scope just to take a look at. It was cylinder 5 and 6 that all the fluid poured out of. I could take a look in there. I remember on the video that they didn't look that bad originally, but maybe while I'm waiting, I'll bust out the bore scope and take a look. right, we're gonna use my dad's truck to kind of pull it while it's in third gear. So I thought we had it for a second because the back wheel was turning, but only the driver's side back wheel's turning. The passenger side is skipping. So we're gonna keep trying. That's nuts. I thought we were going to do it gently. He's nuts. That passenger side tire, it actually started to turn, then stops and skips. So let's take a look under the hood again. Nothing.
Nothing. If we take the drive shaft off, and then right behind the tranny, start trying to rock it from there. But
You mean from the inspection plate?
no, this is where the drive shaft goes to the rear of the transmission.
So at this point, we decided to move on from pulling the truck. Now, you guys have been great. I've been getting a lot of fantastic tips and tricks. One person in particular has been very helpful in guiding me through this process. His name is BareRose Garage. Please check out his channel. He suggested I take a look under the inspection plate and see the condition, what's going on underneath there. So that's what I'm planning on doing here. So I just spent it had to be a half hour getting some of those bolts out. It's just, they weren't rusted in. It's just two of them were in the most awkward position. forever, and it was hard to get a wrench in there and get some leverage. Crap was pouring. I almost swore. Crap was pouring down my face. But look what I discovered. Look at that. That came out. Holy gross moly. Gross moly. That is a lot of, how do they even get in there? Look at this. Look at this. That is, I don't know. I know that's not a good thing. Is that a good thing? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm guessing that's not a good thing. Holy crap. Well, let me clean this up. Vacuumed it out. It's rusty. I don't know if you can spray anything in here to help loosen things up, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna use PB Blaster all over the place, and then I don't know, see if we can maybe turn this with a pry bar. See if I can get you in there. I mean, guys, let me know if you see anything that's like, you know, that just, I'm sure this all doesn't look good. Took off the inspection plate, cleaned it out, sprayed a lot of PB Blaster in my face, in the inspection plate. I tried to use a pry bar to move the flywheel. That was a no-go. Let the PB Blaster sit for a little bit and went back to the breaker bar, and that's a no-go. She's still stuck. So I sprayed PB Blaster in the 5 and 6 cylinder. That's where the ATF diesel mixture poured out of. We have 2 stuck pistons, and I'm just gonna put the spark plugs back in, hand tighten, and go over a game plan with my dad. It unfortunately looks like we're gonna have to tear the engine down to get to the cylinders and have a look there. I am not afraid of doing that. The challenge is, well, forget that I have no experience. My dad does. But once again, you know, I can only get up here for a day, if I'm lucky, once a month. And this truck doesn't fit in the shed. So let me get these spark plugs in and then do a game plan with my old man and figure it out. I haven't given up yet. I haven't given up. You know, everything that I look at, the valves inside the cylinders, it just didn't look bad. It just didn't look bad. But she is stuck. This 292 Y block is one stuck engine. Anyway, let me put these spark plugs in. This is a great way to spend Father's Day, working on the truck. I don't have, like I keep saying, I don't have much experience, just common sense and watching a lot of YouTubes. My dad has a lot more hands-on experience than I do. But even though we gave it our best effort, the engine still sees. So what do you think? What do you think our next steps are within our abilities and our setup here?
Not very much until we can get the truck indoors.
Well, can we work on the engine without getting it indoors?
I don't recommend it. Because Alvin's been back with his friends.
He means like there's a lot of nuts and things we're finding in the engine. The squirrels and whatnot seem to like hanging out, having snacks in the engine bay. But you don't think we could take the top end off, work on it? If we need to, cover it up. We have to know what it is. In order to get the truck inside, we have to increase the opening of the door, and that's a project in itself. So I don't want to overthink things, but I also want to do something the smart way. But you agree we got to take the top end? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, we got to take the heads off.
The heads off. I always seem to break stuff when I take it apart, but we'll see. I'll watch more YouTube videos if you guys have suggestions on how to do this, or point me in a direction where there's videos on how to take an engine apart. please put them in the description. I think the engine's still good. I mean, when we took the valve covers off, it looked brand new, right? And most of the cylinders look great. It's just those two. I don't know how the hell mice got in the inspection plate and packed that tight, but they did. But I think we can save this engine. I really do. It just, we just need more time. Once again, we only get about a half a day once a month to do this. So we have about a month, maybe less, to figure out what our next steps are. So when I come up, we just dive into it. But I think for now, we're both in agreement. We need to take the top end off, unless there's more suggestions. I poured Marvel Mystery Oil in the cylinders and it's soaked for almost 3 months.
Right.
And then we soaked everything in ATF and diesel oil. Dad poured it down the carburetor and in the oil fill, and that sat for almost a month. You saw we tried dragging the truck using the breaker bar. I tried prying the flywheel, but it's hard to get good leverage underneath there, and it was stuck. I sprayed it down with PB Blaster. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we'll see. Anyway, all you guys out there, this is have a happy Father's Day. Enjoy your day with your dad. Because once the engine's running, then we'll discuss the body work that needs to get done. There's a lot to get done, but we got to get the 292 Y block running, right?
Right. The most important thing is not the truck. It's your big buddy and small buddy.
I'm the big buddy.
All right. I shrunk over age.
All right, guys. Evil Twin X saying, catch you on the next video.
Bye.
All right, Dad. Good?
I'm tired, but that's